Alright, y'all, back again. Hi. So here's the update of what's going on. Orientation at the new company went pretty damn well. Smooth, no bullshit, no drama. Got through it and handled my business. Now, funny story is, I took my first drive on Wednesday, but of course they didn't put me in my own truck. They put me in a Kenworth. It was still a stick shift, still 18 speed, but my truck was in the shop getting its final repairs and final touches to make it 100% road ready. So here I am, used to Volvos, used to automatics, getting behind the wheel of a stick in a Kenworth, no less. And I mean, it kind of went shaky, but it went better than I expected. Honestly, the real only thing I struggled with was downshifting. Getting back in that rhythm, shaking off the dust. It was really hesitant, but I mean, I got it and I passed. It came back quicker than I expected. At least the muscle memory of being able to shift and upshift and downshift and floating gears and splitting gears and everything. So I mean, it came back a lot faster than I expected. And I know a lot of people like to say it's almost like riding a damn bike, but you know what? To each their own. I mean, the first time I operated with a stick shift was in CDL school, and it was a Freightliner. It was a 2018 Freightliner Cascadia, and it was a 13 speed. And we traded it like a 9 because we didn't use the low gears. And then the second time I drove a stick shift was a full 18 speed, and it wasn't even my truck. Yeah. So, and that was about 6-7 months ago. Now I'm in my own Peterbilt. The first Peterbilt I drove was 379. This is a 389. So it's a kind of huge difference, but not really. But yeah, shaking off the dust, quite literally. After that, I finally rolled out of Minnesota on Wednesday, picked up my first load over in Wisconsin, and brought it down here to Idaho Falls, where I'm at right now. Dropped off my first load this morning. Kind of this morning, but this afternoon. And listen, switching from a Volvo VNL 760 to a Peterbilt, backing this thing scared the hell out of me at first. I'm not even gonna pretend I was confident, because I wasn't. But now that I've kind of got a feel for it, it's already starting to feel like home. Next load's coming out of Utah. I've got 3 drops lined up, starting in Portland, sliding down to Albany, Oregon. And then after that, I'm swinging by the house to go grab my daughter and the rest of our stuff that finally gets us settled into the truck. I actually did order a couple of parts that are on their way here right now, just to kind of spruce up the place a little bit. I mean, the place isn't bad. I'll go ahead and give you guys a tour here in a moment. I want to get my LED lights back, because that was a thing. That was always a thing for me. In my trucks, I needed to have LED lights. The only thing is, I don't have my internet right now, so kind of working with LED lights without internet is going to be a little difficult. But now, about the truck. I'm not going to lie, I fucking love being in a Peterbilt. Even though I'm still setting everything up inside the cab to make it mine, it's a difference between night and day. From being in an automatic, a Volvo, a Kenworth, an automatic, the T680s, the Freightliner Cascadias, and the Internationals. It's completely different. And I finally feel like I'm in a real truck. And I can already tell I'm getting a different level of respect out here. It's subtle, but you feel it when you're rolling. Like, I stopped by a Pilot Flying J yesterday, and people acknowledged me. Not like I'm trying to turn heads or anything like that, but it was definitely different than, oh god, she drives a Volvo. Fuck that. As for freight, I am doing dry van for the first few months, just to kind of get my feet underneath me and see how this company runs. And honestly, it's not bad. It's given me time to learn their system, their paperwork, their style, their way of doing things. It's actually, it's very helpful that they got me doing dry van right now. For their ELD system, they're running PeopleNet, which, if you know me, It's not what I'm used to. I'm used to Zonar, and quite honestly, I'm a Samsara girl. But, you know, it's not a deal breaker for me having to do this whole entire learning curve. It's kind of nice getting in the chance of, you know, to learn something new again, and keeps me sharp. And I absolutely love it. Once these 3 months are up of dry van, I'll be moving over to step tech, and that's when the real fun begins. Big loads, big challenges, big rewards. But as of right now, I have nothing to complain about. This company is actually really good. I don't want to say the name of the company just yet. I am, in fact, proud that I'm with this company and that they accepted me. I've got my own things doing what I would need to do. Quite honestly, I was really hesitant on even saying anything about this or creating a video, because I've had some people call into my old employment when I was working there and giving them false accusations that I was doing something stupid or doing something reckless. And I had to like fend for myself. And apparently people just get upset when you do stuff that you can do to succeed. And that's what I'm doing. I'm succeeding. So, I mean, I've got my daughter. I'm a single parent. Connors, leave me to it, okay? But, I mean, the biggest pros about this company is that it's a huge game changer. They don't babysit you. They're not monitoring my every damn move like a mega carrier. They're not telling me where and when to fuel. They're not micromanaging my runs. They basically handed me the keys and said, handle your shit like a professional. And that's what I'm doing. I'm handling it real good. And you know what? It feels good. It feels really good. I'm not going to lie, though. I do miss Market Express. I'll always give them credit. If you want to run a Western 11 company, it's a damn good company to work for. Market Express was absolutely amazing. They treated me with respect. They treated me with everything that I needed. The only thing they couldn't do was let, you know, certain things happen on the truck, and I couldn't do it because of the fact that I needed to move on to bigger and better things. If they were allowed certain policies, I would totally be down for it. And it's not like something major. I mean, my daughter was allowed on the truck for an X amount of time, but my time with Market Express was very limited because of their age policy for being on the truck. Now, I was an exception, but I wasn't going to get that that company in trouble if anything were to happen with me or the truck or my daughter. Towards the end of working for Market Express, it kind of did get a little bit slow, but it wasn't Market Express's fault. It was just freight. So I needed something a little bit better. And even working for this company, it's drive-in is slow right now. And I get it. I understand it. I'm not going to sit there and say, well, you promised to keep me moving, because they're doing their best. They are. Weekend loads suck. So, but I mean, they respect you. They're a good company, and they're far better than night transportation. I will attest to that. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of other people out here who are listening and saying, well, what's wrong with night? I've had my ups and downs with night. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I have my own opinions about night transportation, just like everybody else. You can sit there and comment on the comment section down below. Well, screw you for thinking that night transportation sucks. I didn't say they suck. I've got my cons against them. Now, the people there that I know from night transportation are absolutely amazing. It's their work ethic that gets me. The way they babysit you, the way they tell you what to do, the way they tell you where to fuel, the way they micromanage everything that you do in that company. I can't do it. But it's a lot better where I'm at, and Market Express is by all means far better than in the night transportation, especially if you're looking for a Western 11 company. That is for sure. Back to the company I'm working for now. If there are any cons, and I mean, I'm honestly it's just getting used to the ELD system, and the fact that they don't have personal conveyance. And honestly, that's not a deal breaker for me either. I mean, as long as I know how to manage my runs, I don't need PC to work my shit. I don't need PC. Hell, it's just, it's, you use personal conveyance, and a lot of people get in trouble for it if you don't know how to run personal conveyance. And I don't blame them. They got rid of personal conveyance because some dude advanced the load 1,000 miles. And they got caught. So, yeah. They do have certain policies over here, which I completely understand, but they're allowing my daughter to be on the truck all year, which is absolutely amazing. And it's entirely different. Being in a hooded truck and being trusted to drive this hooded truck is definitely a game changer for me. But one of the things that I really liked is that yesterday I pulled off over 700 miles. And that's the difference when you're in a real truck and you can be able to move and you're trusted to do your damn job, you know? So, long story short, this has been an amazing adventure so far. I can't wait to see, you know, where this next step takes me. I really can't. This chapter that I've opened up is absolutely amazing. I cannot see how far the limits are, because there's no limits. I absolutely love it. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and say thanks for riding along. I'll catch you guys soon. Keep those wheels turning, and stay safe out there. I'll hit you guys up with another update here soon with everything that's going on, and I'll do a whole truck review setup after I have everything set up. I am going to go ahead and show you what the truck looks like though. And it is pretty bare bones, like I said. So there's my pillow. This is the bed that they have me on, which is not bad. And I'm going to go ahead and zoom out real quick. It's a bit messy because I was literally just sitting on it. I don't have my bedding yet, so it's just a mattress and a fleece blanket. I haven't really stored everything yet because once I get everything I want, I'll go ahead and store everything to where I need it to be. But it's got storage for days. I'm actually very, very thrilled about storage. And it does have more lighting than what I'm letting on to be. It's got reading lights and everything like that, which I think is cool. It is equipped with a Thermal King, so it does have the APU set up, which Night Transportation didn't have, nor did, well, I don't want to say Market Express didn't have APUs. They had Idle Smart, but my truck didn't have it. So I kind of got in trouble for a little bit of idling, and that was it. I idled the truck for 4 days. They weren't happy about it. Here's the front. Go ahead and turn on some lights up here. A lot different than having, you know, just a couple buttons. I've got multiple buttons and multiple gauges, which is absolutely amazing. This is a 2020 Peterbilt 389. It does have 515,000 miles on it with a Cummins X15 engine, which I'm actually still happy about because, yay, because I get to play with this thingy and do this thingy and this thingy and this thingy and this thingy. I love it. I absolutely love it. But it's got storage. It definitely does. Here's the fridge. It actually does have its own lock, which is pretty cool. You can open it up. It's got its own light. It's actually pretty cool. Own ice maker, which is, well, not ice maker, but freezer. It's kind of a little bit smaller than the one I had in my VNL and my Volvo, but it's not bad. It does have a locking mechanism to keep the door shut, which is awesome because the other ones didn't have it. Then I do have storage in here, a closet that I can be able to hang clothes in, which I just ordered a whole bunch of hangers, so that's the reason why my duffel bag and my clothes are over here, is so I can be able to hang my clothes when the hangers get here. And then I'll be able to work with real magic. Underneath, here's the floor. I kind of spilled something, so I'm standing on a towel to keep the floor from soaking in. I do have my cat, which was allowed because ESAs. Yeah. I got my CV on the dash because I haven't been able to mount it yet. When I get over to the storage unit, I'll go ahead and mount it. and have everything set up. And this is their ELD system, which really is like, it's not allowing me to do split sleeper berth. It does allow split sleeper berth, but you actually have to know how many hours you're getting back. And I know how many hours I have. I'm in the middle of a split right now, but my available drive time is going down because of the fact that it's my working hours. And PeopleNet they don't do sleeper berth split with this company. I'm not saying that it doesn't do it with any other company. It just doesn't do it for this company. But I'm gonna go ahead and sit in the driver's seat real quick. And no, I'm not one of those girls who actually sit on the floor. I just have it sit down because it's easier for me to get into the seat. I am keeping this clean, absolutely clean. I have a vacuum and everything like that I absolutely I love because it helps me keep my shit clean. The steering wheel is adjustable. I'm gonna go ahead and raise my seat up, and I'm gonna go ahead and start the truck. So first, starting off, I do have a check engine light, but that's the custom Peterbilt, modification. So after it does the whole entire system check, so you have your oil pressure, your voltage, your coolant temperature, your tachometer, your speedometer, your gauge system, your amps for drawing power, it tells me when I can start the truck and everything like that. DEF, and then fuel, and then I also do have load suspension, turbo pressure, fuel filter life, air filter life, oil temp, transmission temperature, the front drive axle, the rear drive axle, the braking application, your primary tank, and your secondary air tank. And then here is your DEF, your main fan, the settings for the jakes, your toggle that goes to the system list, so gauges, trim information, truck information, diagnostics fault, no warnings, time, settings, and a whole bunch of other shit where you can do your light systems check, cruise control select, your AC actuators, I don't know, automatic traction control, ABS, your fuel. So actually, this is actually pretty cool. For those who don't know what a Peterbilt setup is, so right now we are looking at the left tank for fuel. Switching it over, we're going to be looking at the right tank for fuel. So that's one thing I love, that I can be able to monitor my own fuel. This one is the lights, because I do have red flashing lights, or yellow flashing lights like that truck over there, because this is a heavy haul. And then I have my side lights, which you'll be able to see turn on. I have my bunk sleeper lights, which I can turn off from here and back there. And then I have my rear AC, which I don't really know why that's on. And then spare, and spare. And then this one is locking differential, sliding fifth wheel, and air suspension for your bags, dropping your bags. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start the truck, and I love this sound. Oh, and I do have train horns, which is absolutely freaking amazing, and they are absolutely super loud. I will not tug them because I do not want to get in trouble for waking people up. But yeah, I love it. This is absolutely amazing, and I cannot wait to show you guys what's next. Anyway, he said, I hope that you all have an amazing day, amazing night. Again, stay safe, keep on rolling.